I get asked to review products quite often these days, and most of the times I don't feel like it's really best use of my time to review a product because I'd rather use that time to teach something. But when the company NUX reached out to me about their new digital piano NCK-430, I was intrigued. Why? The first reason is because it looks good. It sounds kind of shallow, but you know, piano is like a furniture item in your house. So if you're gonna have an item in your house, you might as well have something that gives you joy to look at. But here's the real reason. It's a good looking instrument for under $1,000. It looked like a nice instrument to me, and the list of description really hit the items that I would be looking for in a digital piano. So I said, yes, please send me one so that I can review this product for you. And would you mind sending this to actually the big island of Hawaii? Because actually, this is gonna be my new piano in my new home on the big island, Hawaii. Yes, after falling in love with Hawaii over 20 years ago, I finally decided that I'm going to be moving and living in Hawaii. And I'm going to continue to teach and create my contents from here. This is an incredibly inspiring place for a musician like me. So you can be expecting more of that in my videos in the future. But for today, I'm going to talk about this piano, NCK-430 by NUX. So putting together this instrument was pretty easy, not anything difficult than assembling IKEA furniture. It had a couple of things that I wasn't really sure about, but it all came together. It's definitely a two-people job because of the weight of the body of the instrument. But otherwise, one person can do most of it. Now, before we talk about any other thing about this piano, I think when you get a new piano, the most important thing is that when you just turn it on and the first sound you get, usually this is the signature piano sound of any digital piano that they put forth, the company puts forth as their signature sound, is satisfying and good. So let's see how that works. was just a sample of different things that I tried on. I didn't necessarily practice or anything like that, prepare for this. Whatever that came to my hand, I tried it. And I'm pretty happy with the performance of this, especially the fast notes. I was pleased with the action of the piano, how it responded under my fingers, you know, when like the fantasy impromptu. Yeah, I'm not struggling with it. The piano is responding quite well to these fast actions. Where I had a little bit of dissatisfaction was the action on very quiet notes. That is actually a way to test out a piano, to play something very, very quiet when I try the Clair de Lune. I had to work hard to get all the notes because the keys weren't responding as well. But it was interesting when I started putting the soft pedal, which is the left, very left pedal, it was much better. I could get the sound I wanted, the volume wise, and I wasn't struggling with the keys anymore. So this will be interesting when I fidget a little bit with the keyboard touch. There's a way to change how the action works with you. So we're gonna look at that in just a bit. Now that we got the first impression of the piano, let's go ahead and look at the control panel. Here's the power button, volume knob, sound button. There are 20 sound groups and there are 100 sounds. Here we go. You can change to different sounds right there. Okay, and then pianist style button. Oh, so these are the accompaniments I can play. Interesting. I probably won't use that very much, but somebody can have a lot of fun with it for sure. And demo songs. Oh yeah, fantasy impromptu. There we go. That's interesting how it's playing so slow. That's actually a good tool for practice for a student to change the metronome beat to practice with. Okay, so here's the display screen, and here is the value knob. Here's the function button. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, those are all the different functions. Effects, wow. Microphone, speaker, USB, pedal, power, Bluetooth presets, reset, info, touch. Well, I'm gonna look at that a little bit later too. And here is the recording button to record yourself, and play and stop button for the demo songs and accompaniment. And here's the metronome. So one of the things I do really like is how simple the control panel is. For most piano players who want to play pieces, and if you're not playing with the band or if you're not doing music production, I think the simpler setup, and although it has like 130 sounds, which is a lot, but the look of it is quite simple. And I do like that a lot. When I think about getting a new digital piano, what are the most important things? Okay, one is the acoustic piano sound. And I think really most people use 5 or 6, not even a dozen sounds that are available in their digital piano. You have to have good acoustic piano sound, and then an electric piano. And I really like having a nice organ sound, a string sound, and some kind of synth pad sound. Those are like the 5 most important things. So I'm going to just look at the catalog and try a few sounds. Again, this is the acoustic piano sound. Might as well look at some of these piano sounds more. This is a standard piano. a little bit of more tinniness to me. And then here's the classic piano. Quite bright to me. And here's the bright piano. So that was quite bright to me. I wonder how bright this one is. I don't see a huge difference in this. I think the acoustic piano, acoustic grand piano, number 1 was still like my favorite. Again, the touch is quite good. This is urban piano. It's nice to play some of these more modern pianistic songs. Concert hall piano. Bigger stage sound. I think it could be nice. I still think the acoustic grand piano does the best job with this instrument in terms of like working with the speaker that we are given. By the way, so I really am impressed with the speaker. A lot of times you get a digital piano and sometimes you just don't get the sound. And it's not really a problem usually because you're practicing alone. But it does become a problem when you're playing with other instruments and the piano sound is just not putting out enough volume. So especially for the price of the instrument, I'm really impressed with the speaker. Right now I have it like between 1 and 2 o'clock, which is not even really 2/3 of the full volume. And yeah, it's really robust. So a lot of times when you're paying for a digital instrument, one of the main things you're paying for is the speaker. So yeah, that's a huge plus for me. Cinematic piano. Again, I think it's like you can almost like hear this kind of sound in animation or Disney. All right, I'm having too much fun. Yeah, and actually it is fun. Different sounds kind of inspire you to play different style of music for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna go to electric piano. The first one I get is Rhodes 2. Rhodes is, of course, a very iconic instrument, electric keyboard instrument. So we hear this a lot in pop music, jazz music, funk. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, and then I have electric piano 3. Kind of wonder where what happened to electric piano 1 and 2, but I'll take 3. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's like the Disney sound, right? So now string sound. Okay, string ensemble. Yeah, straightforward string sound. Let's see. That's nice. Soothing string. I would totally use that for like a church worship service or meditation or something. And there's single sound. Let's see, cello. Synthesizer sound, that's one of the things that I talked about. I like the synthesizer sounds that are like the string sounds, but it's a little bit more mushy and rounded. So let's see, this is the pad synth. That's pretty good. And it has a lot of other pad sound. Pad 1, okay, 27. Yeah, this is kind of it's just really nice as like a background sound on a piano solo or something like that. Okay, and then it's got a little more lead synth sound. Let's see, there's the bass sound. I like bass a lot, so lead, 8 bass plus lead. So I'm thinking that it's split into 2 sounds. I think it is reacting to the pressure. That's nice on a sound like this. There's a lot to look at, but I'm just gonna look at one more thing, which is the organ sound. For a piano keyboard player, the organ sound I think is very important. Organ 1. Organ 2. Oh, that's cool. Okay, let's see. Organ 3. Like wah wah. There's room for that as well. Church organ. Interesting that the bass is not as balanced with the higher notes. So I think organ 2 is probably what I would use the most. So I probably went through more than I was planning on, but I was having fun. So it gives you some ideas on what the sounds are available. I mean, especially for a piano player. Look, if you're playing in a band, buy a keyboard that you can carry everywhere. This is really for someone who's playing a lot of solos at home, maybe have some friends over and play together. And for that, these core sounds like acoustic piano, electric piano, organ, synth pad, and strings, I think there is just a lot to have fun with. So now I just want to look at some of the functions that are available. I want to look at the touch sensitivity, what I can do to change it. And I want to look at the architecture of the sound, how much I can change. Like, for example, I really like the acoustic piano sound, but the high ends are a little bit too bright and sharp for me. So I want to see what I can do about it. Okay, let's look at the functions. So touch response. I'm going to choose the function menu. Okay, and then here's the touch. So, oh, and then you can choose between black keys and white keys. Let's see, normal. Oh, and then you can go to softer or harder. NCK-430's default already feels like a grand piano. I would agree. It has a heavier feel and deeper keys. If you press hard but the tone still comes out too soft, move the curve step by step towards soft. So I'm gonna move it to soft. Oh yes, definitely a difference. Oh, that's very nice. That means it will probably respond to a very quiet passage. That is a great feature where you can change the action based on your preference. Action is how the keys respond to your fingers. You can say that there is better action, for sure, universally, generally speaking, or really bad action. Old pianos that don't respond to your playing have bad actions, but it's also a real personal thing as well. I grew up with a little bit of a heavier touch, so I like a little bit of heaviness in my keys. And some people just really want a lighter touch. And bear in mind that I'm actually comparing this digital piano with other pianos I use regularly, which is the $250,000 Bechstein grand piano, $15,000 Yamaha hybrid N2, $6,000 Yamaha hybrid NU1, and I also regularly use like a $600 Casio digital piano. So is this the best action I've had? No. But is this the best option I could have under $1,000? I'm leaning towards a yes. There's information about splitting the keyboard. Transpose, of course, that's just a standard feature in any digital keyboard. You can adjust the overall pitch. Microphone, that's interesting. You can use using a headset built-in microphone, you can stream your playing and singing directly. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to try that. And then there's the speaker EQ. So I'm interested in tweaking with the speaker a little bit. Okay. So I can mellow. I don't want bright. Okay, let's. Oh yeah, the mellow one is much better for the piano. I'm really happy with this piano, and I do want to thank you, NUX, for providing this piano in my new home on the Big Island. This is just a really good sign as I start a new phase of teaching and creating content. If you're shopping for a new piano, I would highly recommend checking this digital piano out. And if you're shopping for a piano teacher or a piano course, please check out my courses, Simple and Beautiful Piano for Adult Beginners and Piano Mastery Intermediate.